This is the single biggest birding event in Maine, Maine Audubon's Pelagic birding trip. Once a year, Maine Audubon charters the fastest whale watching boat in North America from Bar Harbor Whale Watch. This vessel is full of birders and staffed with experts, including me, in case of emergencies.
Speaking of emergencies, we do have 3 bathrooms on board.
I'll take this little corner of the bow right here. We've got a lot of ocean to cover over the next 6 hours, so this boat leaves the dock at 6 a.m. We're going as far as 50 miles offshore, but this boat does well over 30 knots. We can do in one morning what it would take a whole day for other boats to do. Seriously, this jet-powered catamaran is so fast, even the northern gannets can barely keep up. We're not the only ones up early. Lobster boats get out before dawn. They get the dawn view of Acadia National Park every day. All right, let's find some birds. Razorbills get closer to land than Atlantic puffins after they both leave their nesting colonies. Northern gannets are also not far offshore, with big flocks farther out. Here's why the Gulf of Maine is so good for ocean birds. Ice ages long ago dumped debris 300 miles offshore, creating 2 shallow banks. Between them, the Northeast Channel lets in cold water from the Labrador Current, which is oxygen-rich, making the Gulf perfect for making a lot of food. Strong tides crossing over high spots in the ocean floor push that food up to where it's easier to eat. So that's where we're going, some of those undersea high spots. We know where to look. Oh, you're kidding me. Parasitic jaegers, just sitting there. I was expecting to grab one just flying by fast, just get a fleeting look like usual. Pomeranian jaegers are a little more common out here. Parasitics a little less, so to get these 2, light and dark phase, just sitting there, this is incredible. Oh, and then the flight. Oh my goodness. If you were in Nome, Alaska, this would be ho-hum. You see them all the time, but in the Gulf of Maine, they're just a visitor from where they breed in the Arctic.
Big white trailing edge to the wing. A little blacker out on the primaries.
I don't know if this should be a surprise or not, but we're seeing more lesser blackback gulls out here. Last I knew, they don't nest anywhere in North America, but they've been expanding their colonies in Greenland, and that's probably where they're coming from.
So these guys have yellowish legs, and they're a paler slate gray on the mantle and across the inner wing.
They're smaller than the great blackback gulls, maybe even smaller than herring gulls.
Just a great study of these lesser blackbacks here. Wow, beautiful light.
But they can hold their own in a food fight.
Young great blackback gulls. Wow, look at him. 3 on 1. He's got a fish. He swallowed it.
Ate it.
Good luck.
It's a funny voyage today. Usually this boat would be chasing whales. Today, the whales are just a coincidence. Humpback whales are putting on a show. One finback whale a little while ago. I've seen pilot whales before, but this is the first time from this boat. And I've been on this boat a lot. White-sided dolphins are everywhere today. So many of them. And another first, for me anyway, common dolphin. I can't tell them apart yet, but I'm starting to. Harbor seals and harbor porpoises tend to be in the harbor. But gray seals, they like it out here in the deep water, diving down with the whales.
There are now huge numbers of gray seals off the shores of Cape Cod, which has attracted lots of great white sharks. Having a minor effect on the beach-going behavior of humanity. What do you think down there, longtail?
Yeah, both long-tailed.
Yeah, okay.
That's the first long-tailed jaeger I've seen on the East Coast. I've seen them in Alaska, but not on this side of the continent.
Another jaeger at 11:30, 12 now, going away at dark one.
Pomeranian jaegers are the most common jaegers out here. But what we really want is a skua, great or South Polar, either one. Choosing a date for the pelagic trip is a trade-off. A A lot of birds from the South Atlantic come up here in summer. Great and sooty shearwaters have been here all summer. But so far, we've only seen one great shearwater. They all started heading south again a week or so ago. All the Wilson storm petrels also started heading back to Antarctica and Argentina about 2 weeks ago. But by mid-September, jaegers and skuas and fulmars start to pick up. In fact, fulmars probably won't kick in again for another 2 weeks. Meanwhile, a lot of puffins are still around, including baby puffins, pufflings. Once they leave their nesting islands, they're really not in a hurry to go anywhere. There's a lot of food out here in the Gulf of Maine.
The skua up off the water, 11:30, right in front of us now.
Great skuas nest in the Arctic, but they've been hit hard by avian flu in the last couple of years, so they've been a little scarce. South polar skuas nest in the Antarctic and seem to be doing okay. This is the third one I've seen this summer. What a score so far. 1 South Polar skua, 6 Pomeranian jaegers, 3 parasitic jaegers, and 2 long-tailed jaegers. Plus red-necked phalaropes, red phalaropes, dozens of puffins, and uncountable northern gannets.
Yeah, this looks like a feeding frenzy up here. Maybe a big ball on the surface, and you've got gannets and
All this, and it's not even noon. Too early for a celebratory beer? We'll grab some more birds on the way back in. What a combination. Rare ocean-going birds on board the fastest whale watch boat in North America, just offshore from Acadia National Park. You just can't beat this.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.